the season series between the Penguins and Rangers. 10 different Penguins have scored against New York in the season series. You got George Laraque's first fight.
Colton Orr.
Yep, it's the first time these two have ever fought. And they're letting him go a little longer.
Now, the early advantage to Laraque. Orr's got up a couple of times. Oh boy, did he ever hit him. He hit him with a left. Laraque, he's a lefty. He's got that big hammer. It comes from downtown on Liberty Street. And Laraque absolutely laid Orr out. And Colton Orr's as tough as they come. He broke the orbital of Andre Waugh. Colton Orr was the man who broke Andre Waugh's orbital. The last Penguin enforcer. Didn't happen in this game, and that just made...
Here we go. Fedoruk and Laraque.
This is a heavyweight tilt. This is about as big a heavyweight tilt as you can possibly imagine.
George Laraque and Todd Fedoruk line one another up. Fedoruk leads with the right, then starts throwing lefts. And he knows about Laraque. He uses the left hand very well himself. And a few to the side of Fedoruk's head. Down goes Todd. And the faithful in Edmonton appreciate it.
George Laraque is considered by most people in this league to be the fiercest fighter in the National Hockey League. And you saw a pretty good example of why that is. And certainly a huge advantage gained in that little fight as soon as the helmet of Todd Fedoruk goes off. I mean, you're
that frequently, and that was Philippe Kuba coming out of his own zone.
Oh, right here, Boogaard and Laraque.
We figured this would happen. We definitely figured this would happen.
I don't know if it'd be this quick, though.
Well, Boogaard has him in height.
Got a reach on him.
But they both are pretty big men. Well, I don't know if he stepped on something or whether he was knocked down. But Boogaard went down. He never got a good grip early on. Boogaard tried to get into it with Laraque right off the draw. Here they are right here. They know that they're going to go. They're lined up next to each other. And I just was wondering whether Boogaard stepped on something or whether he was knocked down by the swing of Laraque. Right off the draw there. They knew that it was gonna happen quick. And for Laraque, he needs to grab in early on a guy like Boogaard because Boogaard has the reach and he has to get position early. He did, and that's why he fared better in that one.
And behind the play, it's Laraque and Helenius at the blue line. They're hammering away. Laraque swinging the lefts. Oh, he landed two. Helenius hanging on. And Laraque isn't through with him yet. Now he takes Helenius down to the ice. Advantage, big George Laraque. I'll tell you what, Sami Helenius can take a punch because you're not going to get rocked any harder than he just did by George Laraque. He's up and he's on his way to the penalty box. That is, by almost everybody's gauge, the toughest guy in the National Hockey League. Especially the guys that have dropped the mitts and Chuck Knuckles with them. It was just a festival of lefts, including that half uppercut that cranked Helenius right on the cheek. And he still kept his feet and still kept hanging on. And the old adage that doesn't matter how many you win, it's how many you show up for.
Surprised me off. They went right away.
Here they go.
Laraque. Yeah, you knew this was coming. You knew this was coming. And that's what I'm talking about. Progressive coaching. He doesn't want the Flyers to get a jump. And he knows Laraque's got the advantage over Cote.
Second time this season for these two. And Laraque is landing some left-handed bombs. Whoa, look at this.
He knows Cote's out there for a reason, and he's got the nuclear weapon. And George Laraque says, okay, Riley, let's go. And Cote says, I know my job. He was preparing for this in the warm-up, Gordon. Riley Cote was getting ready to do this in the warm-up. He wasn't even part of the Flyers team. He was skating around, just getting ready, psyching himself up.
On the brakes, and play stopped, and look out. Here goes Laraque and Grimson, and George Laraque got that left hand loose.
Whoa, and Grimson going at it after the officials jumped in. He better be careful doing that. And how about George Laraque? Once again, the big weight disadvantage. 261 versus 240, and we think it's 261. Some days it might be a little more for George. However, he's tough. He got his left hand free, as you mentioned, Chris. Ooh, that is ugly. He gets a couple of dandies in on Grimson. Here comes the refs, and Grimson trying for that extra one, and he better be careful. He's going to be suspended for a few games if
Laraque, Brantt Myhres, tilt early. Laraque absolutely pounds Myhres, hit him with so many lefts, he begged for a right. Myhres trying to make a comeback.
Laraque, super heavyweight battle.
Move to the center of the ring. The fans are loving this. The stuff's being moved out of the way, the gloves and sticks.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Laraque hammering away. Donald Brashear bouncing right back up, still eating lefts. And getting his own through. He came through with a left cross late in the round.
Well, if you're Bernie Pacheco, you count that even Steven. Points to each guy early on, all Laraque, late, all Brashear. The heavyweight bout here at Verizon. The fans are loving life. This sold-out crowd cheering on the Caps tonight.
Okay, expert color analyst. Where did that come from?
I don't know. This guy's at the top of the show, Ovechkin and Crosby. Well, timing's everything also when you're trying to turn a game around a little bit. Brashear knows that timing is everything. They're down 2-1. He's trying to get some emotion back. He's trying to get the team behind everybody, and that's what he has to do.
Left, VandenBussche down, and George no further punishment. VandenBussche, a tough customer, but he's brought you after that one. Is a tough customer, but a small heavyweight. And against George Laraque, it was no contest as George has VandenBussche into the locker room. One left hand, wham, right there, and the head snaps back, and George lets VandenBussche off after that one.
That's kicked away, and now we got a fight going. Here's Laraque and Ray going at it back at the Edmonton blue line. Laraque and Ray pounding away at each other as Rob Ray gives up about 30 pounds here, and he and Laraque are flailing away just outside the blue line as the linesmen stand back and let Ray and Laraque settle this one on their own. Now Ray gets his arms rained down on the ice they go.
Now this was a matchup we talked about, and it was Laraque. He's the guy that was doing all the talking and said he was going to go after Rob Ray. You could bet on that, and sure enough, it happens the first time the two players are on the ice together. Edmonton with a 2-0 lead over Buffalo with 9:18 to go in this opening period. Now, Rob Ray is going to the Buffalo dressing room. He did not get hurt with a punch, but it appears as though he injured his leg, his right leg or his right knee. This was a play where Laraque comes off the bench for Edmonton and looks for Rob Ray. Laraque and Rob Ray. And the line change was made in the zone, and he caught up to Ray in the neutral zone just outside the Edmonton blue line, and that's when the punches began to be exchanged.
Well, forgetting about the fight, I think